Hello and welcome back to the Palaeocast Gaming Network. My name is Dave Marshall and I'm a professional paleontologist and a gamer, and today I'll be showing you yet another paleontology-inspired game, but one that you need to completely avoid. Straight off the bat, we need to address the fact that whoever made this game has got the title categorically wrong. Whilst paleontology and archaeology are closely related, they are not the same. However, the boundaries between them can get a bit blurred. So paleontology is the study of past life, the evolutionary history of all organisms, with the exception of anatomically modern humans. It's essentially the history of biology that we see recorded in geology, the fossil record. Now, to understand what archaeology is, we first need to define what anthropology is. So, anthropology is the study of all humanity, and includes not just what humans physically and anatomically were, which is called physical anthropology, but also human behaviour, culture, and society. As a subset of physical anthropology, where we look at our own fossil record and that of our very closest relatives, that's paleoanthropology. And obviously, the further back we go, the more blurred the boundary between paleoanthropology and paleontology becomes. But by that point, does it even matter what we call the discipline? It's immaterial whether the science was performed by a paleontologist or a paleoanthropologist. Like physical anthropology, archaeology is another subset of anthropology. Again, it looks at physical remains found in the ground, but here we're looking for evidence of human culture and society. We're no longer trying to figure out what we were, but who we were. How did our relatives live? Back in the context of this game, however, it's a fairly low bar to criticise this mistake, especially when it's so common to conflate all of these very closely related sciences. I can't tell you the number of times I've told someone that I'm a paleontologist and they reply, "Oh, is that like archaeology?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, well, dinosaurs, yeah, close enough." And for the target audience, who are obviously children, this isn't going to matter. The important thing here is to maintain that interest in paleontology. But, and we'll get onto this later, it's all probably a little more dodgy than that. So, as you've been seeing in the background, this game is fairly rudimentary. You work your way around the map, playing minigames, finding dinosaurs and preparing their fossils. My review of the gameplay is fairly uninteresting. It's great to demonstrate that fossils have to be dug up and prepared, and that they're not all found in the same kind of environment, although the boats minigame is perhaps a bit of a stretch. It would also be nice to see some kind of recognisable dinosaur once you've assembled its skeleton. I mean, how can it be easier to completely invent a dinosaur than it is to just copy a real one you found online? Again, does it matter for such a young target audience? So far, it's not perfect, but I suppose it's good enough. But where the problem comes in is at level 5. This level is locked and you're prompted to either watch a video or play a minigame to unlock it. We could have a whole conversation about the ethics of selling a game and then expecting customers to watch additional advertising content or be taken off to play some other game someplace else. The thing is, we'll never know. Clicking the watch video button does absolutely nothing, and clicking the play minigame button just turns the screen white and locks the game. This means that you're paying $1 for a total of 4 minigames, a quarter each, with no hope of any further progression. So what's going on? Well, this simply could be a mistake in the code, and for whatever reason the links to that video or minigame aren't working. But where this gets interesting is that there is another listing for this game in Steam, but under the name of Dinosaur Bone Digging, and available for $2 this time. Both games are listed as being from different developers, and reviews for both show that nobody is able to progress past stage 5. Dinosaur Bone Digging was released in 2019, and its clone, Archeologist Simulator, a year later. And that's why I don't excuse the name, since they were actively searching for an alternative title in order to extract more money out of potential customers for their partial game. So, is this game a scam, or is there a full game beyond level 5 that we just can't access? Have the developers abandoned it, or are they actively trying to maximize their profits? Are there more clones of this game out there? Let us know what you think in the comments, and as always, please like, share and subscribe to the channel as we work our way through every paleontological title.